Good morning, welcome to class. Let's come to find a comfortable seat on our mat, sitting up nice and tall, Sukhasana. Closing the eyes as you arrive, rolling the shoulders into the back, resting the hands at the knees. In ancient India lived a sculptor renowned for his life-size statues of elephants, with trunks curled high and tusks thrust forward, thick legs trampling the earth. These carved beasts seemed to trumpet the sky. One day, a king came to see these magnificent works and to commission him to work on his palace. Struck with wonder, he asked the sculptor, "What's your secret to your artistry?" The sculptor quietly took his measure of the monarch and replied, "Great king, when, with the aid of many men, I quarry a gigantic piece of granite from the banks of the river. I have it set here in my courtyard. For a long time, I do nothing but observe the block of stone and study it from every angle. I focus all my concentration on this task and won't allow anything to disturb me. At first, I see nothing but a huge shapeless rock sitting here, meaningless, indifferent to my purposes, utterly out of place. It seems faintly resentful at having been dragged from its cool place by the rushing waters. Then, slowly, very slowly, I begin to notice something in the substance of the rock. An outline, scarcely discernible, shows itself to me, though I suspect no one others would perceive. I watch with an open eye and a joyous, eager heart. The outline grows stronger. Oh yes, I can see it. An elephant is stirring within. I must chip away every last bit of stone that is not elephant." Just like the sculptor, we're reminded in our practice to chip away from anything that isn't our true self. So sometimes I feel like we're on this journey trying to change ourselves into something else, trying to transcend something. We feel like whatever we want to become is outside of us, and we're reaching and striving. But considering through our practice this morning that we become those artists, those sculptors, and we're just chipping away at everything that we've kind of packed onto our being that doesn't belong, that blocks us from that true self. Let's bring our hands together, considering that inner self that we wish to reveal through our practice and share with the world. Maybe what you would bring your chisel to in your practice this morning. Showing us that we don't need to bring our higher self or our real self into existence. It's already there. It's already been there, yearning to be out. One more breath here. And let the eyes open. So we're going to come to the top of our mat standing. You can bring the big toes to touch. Make the legs really strong and alive here. Press down into the feet, kind of like you're just turning on the aliveness of your legs. And then sweep the arms up overhead. Lift and lengthen your spine. Feel that stretch in your front body. Can you bring more power into your legs, into your feet? Press down to reach taller. And now as you exhale, fold forward. Try to get those palms on the floor, forehead to the shins. Nice. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. And again, palms to floor, forehead to shins. Inhales to rise, push down. Rooting to rise, sweep the arms up, stretch a little taller. Pulling the heart away from the pelvis, hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Start to match breath and movement. Exhale, hollow the belly to the thighs as you bring the forehead to the knees, shins. Flatten the back, so look forward and out, lengthen. And then exhale, fold. Once again, root to rise. Press down, reach high. Hands down to the heart. One more set just like that. Your breath. Thumbs come down to the heart space. Press down, reach high. And take that fold. Forehead to the shins, flat back, look out, nice and long in the spine. On your exhale, this time step back to plank pose. From plank, lower down, land onto the floor, take cobra. Keeping those elbows tucked in at the side ribs as you lift the chest, like the legs get heavier. Downward dogs, tuck the toes, lift the hips high, press the thighs back. 5 rounds of breath here. Spread the fingers, press into the inner hands. Work the tops of the thighs back. As you roll into your inner hand, base of thumb and index finger knuckles, feel how you can push the floor away a little bit more. Squeeze the forearms towards midline and lift them until you feel the upper back open. 2 more breaths. Breathe in through the nose. Breath moves into the depths of your lungs, makes a U-turn, comes right back out. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump forward. Inhale, flat back, so look out. Exhale, fold. And then reach arms high. Let the palms come together in this set. Look at your thumbs. Hands come down to meet at the heart. Nice. 3 more just like that. Arms up, look at your thumbs, palms together. Fold forward, palms plant, flat to the floor, forehead to the shins. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. High to low plank, exhale, palms down. You're welcome to step or float lower, maybe chaturanga, maybe to the mat. Cobra, bhujangasana, or upward dog, knees float. Exhale, downward facing dogs, Adho Mukha. 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Let the head hang. Maybe turn your gaze up towards your belly, stretching the back of the neck. 2, 3, 4. Inhale here. The bottom of this exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step or float, and then look forward and out, lengthen the spine. Exhale and fold it in. And then rise, bring the palms together, look at your thumbs. Heart lifts, hips forward. Hands to the heart, exhale. Your breath, this set, reach high. Take it back through your vinyasa, 5 breaths in downward dogs. Remember to look out with an inhale, and then get it to high to low plank on the exhale. Find that back bend when you're ready. Lift and open across the chest, shoulders down and back. Downward dogs, 5 breaths. Gaze to the navel, stretching the back of the neck, press into the floor with the hands. Heels sinking further back and down. Start to chisel away at any thoughts, images, emotions. The bottom of your 5th exhalation. You'll bend the knees, gaze forward, step or float. Nice. Lengthening and then folding. And then reaching the arms high, palms stick together. Hands come down to the heart. Nice, big toes touching. Bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Utkatasana. Nice. Exhale, fold forward, palms flat. Halfway lift, inhale. High to low plank, exhale. Keep the shoulders firm against the back ribs as you lift the chest. Point those toes straight back, click the pinkies down. Exhale, downward dogs. Nice. Step your right foot forward as your left heel spins down. Rise Virabhadrasana 1. Arms up for 1 breath. Deeper into that front knee. As you bring your palms back down to the floor, you'll step the right to meet the left. Lower Chaturanga Dandasana or to the floor. Downward dogs. Left foot steps forward, back heel spins down. Sweep the arms high. Deeper to that front knee, and then bring it down and flow. Five breaths, downward dogs. Again, inner hands grounded. Get a little lighter into the pinky finger like you're drinking a fancy cup of tea. That little pinky fingers lift. Nice. And then press into the inner hand. Pull the shoulder blades apart and towards the kidneys and the low back. Take the very tops of your thighs back in space. Just dropping the head. Inner thighs spinning back, outer hips spinning back. So the inner and outer thigh bones moving back evenly. Let's take one more exhalation. At the bottom of that breath, bend the knees, gaze forward. Step or float, the big toes touch, flattening the back with an inhalation. Exhale, fold, and then bend the knees deeply, sweep the arms up into chair pose, palms together. Stand, Tadasana or Samastihi. Nice. Let's take it into the second set. Bend the knees, sweep arms up. Exhale, fold forward, palms flat. Halfway lift, lengthen. High to low plank, exhale. Maybe getting in a Chaturanga Dandasana here. Elbows hugging in, flip the feet, knees off the floor as you lift and curl back. Exhale, downward dog, pulling with the core, right foot forward. Stamp the left heel down, rise up. Virabhadrasana 1, reach high, palms touch the set, look up. Exhale, hands come down. Place the hands on the mat, step back and lower. Upward dogs and downward dogs. Can you match the breath to each movement? Left foot forward, right heel down, rising with an inhalation, palms touch. Look at your thumbs. Exhales bring you down. The left foot meets the right, the elbows hugged in, lower. Upward dog cobra, downward dogs. 5 breaths here. This is your rest. Now lengthen out the breath. Reconnect to the depth of your inhales and your exhales. Nice. Bottom of this exhalation, bend the knees, gaze forward, step or float, big toes touch. Flattening the back, inhaling. And then folding in, exhale. Bend the knees deeply, sweep the arms up, chair. And then stand. And last set, let's come into our chair pose. Hips go back and down, waking up those legs. Fold forward, extend the legs, palms down. Flatten the back, inhale, lengthening the spine, high to low plank on your exhale. Slow breath out through the nose so that the toes can get back, your body can get down so that you're ready for that huge in-breath. And then back downward dogs. Right foot first, warrior 1. 1 breath to rise, palms touch, look at your thumbs, lift the chest, sink deep. Exhales bring you down to flow. And you'll take it onto the left side. Left foot forward, right heel down, arms up, palms touch. Hands come down, take that vinyasa. We're going to be in our downward dogs once again, 5 breaths there. Enjoy the sound of your breath, the movement of your breath. One more breath here. Take an inhale. Empty it out. Bottom of that exhalation. Bend the knees, gaze forward. Just to finish up our Surya B. You can step or flow, lengthen. Big toes are touching as you fold in. Palms down, forehead towards the knees. Then bend the knees deeply. Come up into your last chair pose. Reach the arms up. And then stand. Come all the way up to stand. Bring your hands to your hips. Step your feet to about hip width distance. And we're going to bring our pointer and middle fingers down to those big toes. Folding forward, grab a hold. Thumbs push into the floor in front of big toes. Lengthen the spine forward. And then exhale, folding in. Rock into the fronts of the feet a little bit. Bring the hips over the ankles. Inner thighs spin back and apart. Head drops heavy. Let the head fall from the spine. Press the thighs gently back. Deepen the breath here. And inhale, head comes up. Change the position of your hands to Padahastasana. Insert the hands right underneath the feet, toes meeting the wrist creases. And then once again, elbows bend and fold in a little deeper, a little more challenging, getting down. Just fullest expression of the pose, face between the shins. Keep the shoulder blades firm on the back. And inhale, head up, hands to waist, exhale, elbows squeeze back, rise up, inhale. And step your right foot back. So right foot's going to step back, and then we're going to spin on the toes to find the right toes point towards the very back wall, and the left toes are turned into 45 degrees. Reach your right pointer in middle, down for that right big toe. Stretch that left arm up to the sky. We're finding our triangle pose here. And lean back. Make the legs really strong and alive here. Shoulder blades firm together. Maybe the chin turns to the left shoulder to look at the left thumb. Let's pull that right hip under. Turn the right knee to the middle toe of your right foot. Broaden the collarbones. Nice. Rise back up. Spin on the feet so that you're facing the front wall. Same thing, front wall. Left pointer in middle to left big toe. Right arm goes up. Lengthen both sides of your body as you get that grip. Roll the right ribs up and over the left. Lean back. Imagine your body's right between two panes of glass. So your body's in one line, crown of the head to the tailbone to the back heel. Nice. Go ahead and rise back up. Nice. Bring your hands to your hips. Just spin the feet again facing the back wall. Turn those back toes in a little more till your hips square. Reach your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Sweep that right arm up to the sky, reverse triangle. Right arm reaches high. Pull the shoulder blades together to create space along the whole right side body. Again, the legs super strong. Press into the floor. Circle that left arm up and around. Spin on the feet. Same pose, opposite side. Pivot on the feet till your hips square to the front wall. Right hand circles to the outside of the left foot. Get the right toes forward enough so that right hip can come forward. Sweep your left arm to the sky. Parvrita Trikonasana. Breathing deeply. Listen for the sound of your breath. Nice. And move that right arm first. Come all the way up. Gaze to the left. Step forward. Top of your mat. Sweep the arms up. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to fold forward. Palms to the mat. Halfway lift. Inhale, breath. Lengthen. As you exhale, high to low plank. Exhale, back. Elbows in. Upward facing dogs. Big breath in as you point those toes. Pinkies down. Exhale, downward dogs. 5 breaths. You can always take a rest in child's pose, so you're welcome to drop the knees for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Empty the breath. Bend the knees. Look forward. Step or float. Lengthening. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Breathing out. As you inhale, rise up to stand. Palms touch. Look up at the thumbs. Hands down to the sides. Nice. Right foot steps back again. So get a nice wide stance this time, a little bit wider than before. Spin towards the back wall and find warrior 2 legs. Right knee bends over the right ankle. The left toes are turned in just a slight bit, so bring those toes in a little bit more. Nice. And bring your right palm to the outside of your right foot if available. Sweep that left arm long, or bring it into modified version, the right elbow to the right knee or palm to a block. Breathe here. Take the head of the right thigh bone a little closer to the floor, so you're dropping and tucking that right hip as you spin open. Looks good. You're doing it. Yeah, stay right there. That gives you a lot more. Always opening that right knee towards the pinky toe of the right foot while working the top of your left thigh back in space. Tailbone stays down. Nice. Come back up, warrior 2. Straighten the right leg. Spin on the feet, face the front wall. Left knee over left ankle. Right toes turned slightly in. Left palm outside of left foot. Side angle pose, opposite side. Uttita Parshva Konasana. Roll those right ribs over the left. Tuck that left hip under. Breathe into that stretch. Stay present. Nice. A little wider was good. Draw the front ribs in. Rotate through the torso. Come back up. Warrior two. Nice. From Warrior two, bring your hands to your hips, straighten your left leg, spin towards the back wall, but keep turning. Find a Warrior one stance, right knee over the ankle, and then bring left elbow outside of right knee. Palms come together into reverse side angle or Parvrita Uttita Parshva Konasana. Keep your back heel down. You can shorten your stance if you need to. And then maybe taking the deeper variations, set that left hand down, right arm to the sky. Maybe even reach that right arm behind the low back and roll that right shoulder open a little bit more. Deeper than that, reaching through, finding the fingertips. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Stay with your breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to unwind. Bring it up. Hands to the hips, spin on the feet to face the front wall. Turn the toes forward so that the hips square. Bend the left knee over the ankle. Right elbow wraps outside of left knee. Palms come together. Keep that back heel down. Feel that gigantic twist through the body. Work that left hip back and in. Turn the chest to the thumbs. Maybe separate the hands. Right palm down, left arm high. Maybe go for deeper variations. Stay here 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, press down, rise up, turn towards me, turn the toes to the long edge of your mat, bring your hands to your hips. Look down at your feet, make sure they're turned slightly in, the toes are in. Lift the chest, inhale. Exhale, fold halfway down, place the palms onto the floor. Begin to walk your hands back. Heels of the hands lining up with the heels of the feet, stretch the crown of the head towards the floor. Prasarita Padottanasana. Again, the legs are strong, turned on, very alive in this pose. The external traction of your palms pressing the floor down and forward will get you deeper into the shape. Let's walk the hands out, hands to hips. Come up to stand. Nice. Keep your hands on your hips, lift your chest, inhale. Keep your hands here. Exhale, fold, crown to the floor, Prasarita B. So crown of the head comes down to the floor. Nice. Deepen at the groins. Press the thighs back. Press into the feet. Inhale here. Exhale here. Hands at the hips. Inhale, rise. Come all the way back up. Nice. Reach back. Clasp all 10 fingers behind you. 10-finger grip. Lift the chest, inhale as the knuckles reach to the floor. Exhale, fold forward, knuckles track to the ceiling, crown goes to the floor. Prasarita C. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to rise, press down, come all the way back up. Nice. Release your hands, take your arms out to the sides, big breath in. As you exhale, fold down, grab the big toes. Lengthen with an inhale breath. Sternum pulls away from the pubic bone, front body long. Exhale, pull on the toes, crown of the head to the floor. Prasarita D. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale to rise. Come all the way up. Let your palms touch overhead. And exhale, hands to the heart. Turn to look to the left, step forward, Samastihi. Circle the arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana pose. Halfway lift, inhale breath. Exhale, palms down, step, float back, lower chaturanga or to the floor. Cobras, upward dogs. Downward dogs, press it back. 5 breaths here. Child's pose, always an option. Just considering that inner artist, chiseling away to reveal that which you've been longing, been searching, been seeking for, is already with you. Empty out your breath. Bend the knees, look forward with an inhale, step or float. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms high, reach up. Palms touch, look at thumbs, hands to the heart, exhale. Now we're going to bring the hands behind the back here. Either taking track 1, grabbing the elbows, track 2, pinkies or fingers, tips of fingers together, working their way up the back into reverse namaste. And lift the chest, pull the elbows back, open the heart. Nice. Now step your right foot back, not a very big stance. It's about 3-foot step back. Spin on the toes, face the back wall, square the hips. So you have to get those left toes to turn far enough so that your left hip pulls forward in line with your right. Take an inhale here. Root into the legs. Exhale, fold forward, forehead to the shin. Nice. Forehead to right shin. Keep pressing the palms together. Make the legs strong. One more breath. Nice. Rise up. Keep your arms as they are. Spin on the feet. Face the front wall. Lift the chest. And fold forward. Forehead to the shin. One more breath. And rise. Nice. Step your right foot forward next to your left. Release your hands. Hands come to the heart. Close your eyes. 3 breaths here. All right. Emptying out the breath. Let your eyes open. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Bring your hands down to your hips. Shift your weight to your left foot. Bending your right knee, grab big toe with pointer middle fingers. And extend that leg forward. Stay here, level the hips, or bend the elbow. Bring the forehead to the knee. Lift the head. Open the right leg to the right side wall. Look over your left shoulder. The belly in, the left leg strong. Bring the leg back to center. Forehead to knee option. Keep that leg lifted. Release the right hand back to the hip. Flex the foot. Keep it high. Set right foot down to floor. Opposite side, left knee bends. Grab big toe. Stand up tall. And exhale, heel moves forward. Stay here, straight leg or not, wherever your edge is. Forehead to knee option for 3, 2, 1. Inhale to lift, open left leg to left. Look over right shoulder. Sweep the leg back to center. Forehead to knee option. Leave your left leg where it is, left hand to hip, stand up tall. And set that left foot down. Nice. Now we're going to bring our right foot into the left hip crease, so Ardha Padmasana, if it's okay for your knee. If it's not, then you'll just set your foot against your inner left thigh. It'll look a lot like tree pose. If you have your right foot where it is, where mine is, you have an option of sweeping right hand back, taking left bicep, opening up across the chest, or reach your right fingers down for your right big toe. Right fingers to the right big toe. If you don't have the bind, it's okay. Be somewhere close perhaps. Optional, fold forward. Bring your left palm to the floor outside of your left foot. Bring your forehead to your left shin. Find your breath. Listen for your breath. Those of us in the fold, inhale, look forward. Exhale, pause. Inhale to rise. And then everyone exhale to set that right foot back down to the floor. Other side, left foot Padmasana. Bring it up, tuck it in. You can hold on to that left foot with your right hand. Sweep left arm behind, bind to the bicep. Or walk those left hands down, find that big toe. Stay here, or fold forward. Right palm outside of right foot. Forehead to the shin. Find your breath. So those of us in the fold, inhale, look forward. Exhale, pause. Inhale to rise. Left foot to floor. Big toes touch, sweep arms up, bend knees. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana pose. Halfway lift, inhale, breath. High to low plank, exhale. Upward dogs, cobras. Downward dogs, Adho Mukha. Right foot forward, left heel down. Sweep the arms up. Palms touch, look at your thumbs. Drop deeper into that front knee for 3. Ground for the feet, 2. Keep your arms here, 1. Straighten that front leg, pivot on your feet to back wall. Warrior 1, back wall, left knee bends. Deeply over the ankle, square the hips. Look at your thumbs, 3, 2, 1. Follow the left hand, warrior 2 towards back wall. 3, 2, 1. Arms stay, just pivot the feet, warrior 2 front wall. 3, 2, 1. Cartwheel down, step back plank, vinyasa. Awesome jobs. Nice. From here, let's see what happens as we step or jump to float to sit. So press your palms down, bend your knees, bring your ankles together, sit down at the top of your mat, and then straighten out your legs. You might have to scoot your bottom back. Press your thighs down real strong. So this is the same standing legs we've been using. Super strong, toes flex, palms press into the floor, chin tucks into the chest, close the eyes. 3, 2, and 1. Now look at your toes. Reach down, grab a hold of the big toes, or an alternate grip is fine. Lengthen spine forward. Exhale, bend elbows out to the sides, forehead to shins. 3, 2, and 1. Lift the head. Reach the hands back, fingertips forward, lift the hips, reverse plank Purvottanasana. Drop the head back, open the fronts of the shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Sit the hips down. Right knee bends, foot comes to the left hip crease. If this isn't good for your right knee, set the right foot against the inner left thigh. Optional bind. Right hand reaches around for the big toe. Left hand goes down to the outer edge of left foot. Yep. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold in. 3, 2, 1. Lift back up. Release your bind. Opposite side, left foot, right hip crease. Left hand reaches back, bind, reach down, grab the right foot if it's available, flat back, lift the length in the spine. Exhale, fold. 3, 2, and 1. Lift yourselves back up. Now cross the ankles, place the hands down, lift the hips, step those toes back, plank, lower down, elbows in. Upward dogs, big breath in, curl back. Exhale, downward dogs. Nice, look forward. Step or jump to sit. Extend the legs. Now Janu Shirsasana, left foot against inner right thigh. Nice, look down to your right foot, begin to walk your hands down, bind to that foot, big breath in to lengthen. Exhale, fold into that right leg. Pull yourself down and forward as you press the back of the right knee actively into the mat. 2. And 1. Lift yourselves up, switch sides. Nice. Lift yourselves back up. Right leg goes straight. Left knee bends. We're going to keep that left foot about a fist distance from the inner right thigh. So left foot is on the floor and there's about a fist distance between the inner thigh, but the heel is in fairly close. Take your right hand to the floor outside of your right hip. Reach your left arm forward inside that knee. Turn your thumb down. And then wrap that left arm around the front of your knee. Open the palm. Now reach your right hand back. Find the fingertips. Now look forward. Inhale, press right knee down. Exhale, fold. Forehead drops towards the knee. Marichyasana A. Breathe. And lift yourselves back up. Unwinding the hands. Straighten out that left leg. Right heel in. Fist distance between inner foot and inner left thigh. Right arm reaches. Thumb goes down. Wrapping. Right palm open around the lower outer right hip. Left hand reaches back. Find those fingertips. Look forward. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Squeeze that right knee in with your arms as you drop the head. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Come up. Cross the ankles. Bring it forward. Step it back. Take your vinyasa. Really strong in the legs. Use the breath. Almost there. Come back to downward dogs. Now step or jump through to sit. Keep your right leg where it is. So your right leg's kind of in this cross-legged shape. Heel near the left sits bone. Take your hands to grab either edge of that left foot and bind. Lean back. Lift that left leg. Kranshasana or heron pose. Try to lengthen through the low back. Press into the sits bones. Can you rock a little more into the fronts of your sits bones? And then press out through that left heel. Gaze steady past those left toes. Shoulders down the back. 3, 2, 1. Set left foot down. Switch sides. Left heel tucks in underneath the right thigh. Take your hands down for the right foot. Interlace all 10. Sit up tall. And then extend. Rock to the front of the sits bones. Lift the chest. Brighten the toes. 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay, now bring your feet to the floor. We're going to rock up, and optional, I'd suggest taking the front edge of your mat and just rolling it up a couple of times. Get a little ledge there. And then we're going to bring our ball onto the toes just in front of that ledge, feet together, so the heels are on the ledge. You can make your ledge bigger if you need. Paschasana pose. So it's kind of interesting. We're going to bring our right elbow outside of the left knee. Kind of come into a twist to start. Maybe try to get that right armpit to wrap around the top of your left thigh a little more. And then maybe take that left arm behind you. Opening the palm near the outer right hip. Reach that right arm through. And see if you can join fingertips there. Someday, maybe. And then go ahead and unwind. Maybe you try rolling up your mats a little more. See if that helps. You get the heels really high. You can even come onto the ball mounds of the toes. And then left elbow wedges outside of right knee. Armpit wiggles down. Takes a little maneuvering. The sweat is kind of handy here. Maybe you bring the left palm down to the floor. See how that feels. Right arm goes behind. You can even bring the fingertips to that inner left thigh. This is a starting point. And then maybe you're going to thread through. Someday maybe finding the fingertips. More important than binding, finding that twist. Nice, and go ahead and unravel. Press into a fold, step back of your roll, and then just unravel forward. Walk your hands out, plank. Chaturanga. Upward dogs, inhale. Downward dogs, exhale. And then come forward, lower all the way to your belly. Nice. Walk your legs out behind you. And then bring your hands back alongside your body, palms facing up. Reach those fingernails down towards the lower outer thighs. So you're just reaching with the hands. Press the palms or backs of hands down, lift the chest. And then float the toes. Keep the hands down for now. Send the heart forward. Stay here, lift your hands. Press your palms up like you're holding the ceiling up. Nice. Set the feet down, bring the palms along the outer ribs. Upward facing dog, so lift the chest. Downward dog. Big breath here. Exhale, come forward, lower to the belly. And bring right palm forward. Bend the left knee, reach back. And we're going to take Bakasana or Ardha Bakasana. We're going to turn the fingers so the fingers are tickling the big toe ball mounds. And then press with your heel. Now bring that right hand back a step. Press into the palm. Breathe here. Gently release, drop that right elbow, left leg goes back, left palm forward, switch sides, reach back. So the thumb is on the inside of that big toe, the heel presses down on the, heel of the hand presses down on the top of the foot. Bring that left palm in a step, press down to straight and lift the chest. And drop the left elbow. Release the foot. All right, so lower the chest down, bend both knees, reach back for the feet. Dhanurasana. Press shins towards back wall, lift the chest, and then take the toes up. 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Rest, left ear to the mat, look to the right. Bend the knees, bring the forehead back to the floor. Second set Dhanurasana, rocking this time. So we're going to press into the tops of the hands with the feet. Lift the chest, but not quite as high. Just come up a little bit. And then rock your weight over to the left. Bring your heels together, your big toes together. Open up across the chest. And then rock it back to the belly. Little lift, rock it over to the right, heels together. And then rock it back to center. Release the feet, slide the palms along the outer ribs, point the toes, press down, lift up, up dog, downward dog. Drop down to the knees. Bring your hands to your hips. Come all the way up to the kneecaps. Okay, so with those back pins, we're going to go into 3 camels or Ustrasana. Bring your hands to the low back, pelvis. Press the hips forward and down. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders down the back. And you can stay here. Maybe this is enough back bend for you, or reach your hands down for the heels. Press the hips forward over the knees. Shins, tops of feet, press down actively. Move the hips forward. Curl back. And bring your thumbs back to the low back. Lift yourselves up. Sit down. Hands on the thighs, palms up. Close the eyes. Just rest with what's there. Just awaken to the aliveness of your being, the breath. Second set. Press up to the knees, hands to hips. Hips move forward, shins move down, lift the chest, maybe reach back. Find your heels. Press hips forward, open up. Thumbs to low back, lift yourselves. Sit your hips to your heels, palms face up, close the eyes. Now if you're already in Ustrasana and you're fairly easily getting there, go ahead and open your eyes. We might try Kapotanasana. The heels widen, so watch me first. Heels widen, sitting between the heels here with the sits bones. You're going to come back like you're going into Virasana, Supta Virasana, but as you arrive, you're going to bring your palms to either side of your head, come to the crown of your head, lift your hips, walk your hands back, and start to find your toes. So this is advanced pose, obviously. Huge back bend. And so if you feel like you might be ready for that, you can come through hero pose to find it. Otherwise, go back into camel. So that's up on the knees, hips forward. So 3 breaths wherever you go. Nice vowel. And then bring your hands to either side of your head. Yes, kind of like you're going into wheel. And then you just start to walk your fingers towards your toes. We'll walk your hands back. And they're closer than you think they are, or than they feel. After your 3rd exhalation, you'll make your way out. And we're going to come onto our backs. Now take your time. When you do get onto your back, hug the knees in. Just rock side to side. Massage the low back. We've officially squeezed as much as we possibly could into 1 hour. Actually, we've squeezed it into 50 minutes to be specific. So, what's that? Yes, we did. So massage the low back, massage it around. Bend the knees and just rock gently left to right. And then keep that right knee in, extend your left leg, and just hug it here for a moment, just squeezing that right knee into your body. Keep that right knee bent, but put the foot onto the floor. And just shift your left hip to the right a little bit. So you're just scooting your hips over to the right side of your mat, just a touch. And now drop that right knee over to the left. Bring your hand to the outside of that thigh, left hand outside of right thigh, press down, and then start to rotate the right shoulder blade into the floor. So you're looking over your right shoulder, breathing. Slowly bring it back up. Squeeze that right knee in again. And then switch sides. Right leg goes out, left knee comes in. Squeeze for a moment. Left foot to floor, shift right hip to the left a little bit. And then drop that left knee over to the right. Right palm presses the outer knee down to the floor. Left arm extends. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe. few more breaths. And then bring it back to neutral. Squeeze that left knee in for a moment. And then bring right knee in. Reach down, grab your big toes, happy baby pose. Draw the chin to the chest. Then lengthen your tailbone forward. Try to bring the entire spine into its natural shape on the floor. Soles of feet come together. Let the feet lower down to the floor. Legs are open. Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. If you prefer to have the arms out overhead, that's fine. Close the eyes. Nice full breath. The yogis say there's an incomparable spark of divinity to be found within the heart of each human being, waiting to radiate its love and its wisdom everywhere, because that's our true nature. So this you that sometimes feels inadequate, afraid, angry, depressed, that searches on and on for fulfillment, contains within itself the very fulfillment it seeks. Once we become attentive to that presence of our true self, then all we really need to do is chip away at whatever is not divine within ourselves. It's not easy, it's not quick. It can't be done in a week or by the week. But the task is clearly laid out before us. By removing that which is petty and self-seeking and small, we bring forth all that is glorious. As you start to release your legs out into Savasana, let the eyes fall shut. And let that inner self start to emerge, to show itself. The outline of which becomes revealed. You're welcome to stay longer if you wish in Savasana, but it is 7 o'clock now, so if you have to leave, make your way out slowly.